Jonathan Chow with Las Vegas Sotheby's International Realty.
And Yvette Chow. Welcome to 713 Dragon Peak.
So this property has a special name. It's called Oculus.
So Oculus is actually a Latin word, which means eye, ojo. And you wonder why they call it Oculus. Can you tell us why?
I mean, it's quite obvious, right? It's a huge circular shape above the ceiling of this courtyard, interior courtyard, and it's two of them. So there's one more that you're gonna see towards the back of the house. And what's really unique about it is it creates this natural light and a movement as the sun rise and set throughout this entire interior courtyard. So that is what Blue Heron is known about, is bringing that interior and exterior living into one, where they call biophilic. I'm sure you're wondering, first of all, why am I wearing a hat and what happened to my face? Well, let me just tell you guys, invest in a full face helmet if you like to do extreme sports like downhill mountain biking. Whereas me, I did that and ended up going over the handlebar and landed on my face, and thankfully I had a full face helmet. Otherwise, I'd probably be missing teeth and won't be able to film this today. But I don't want you guys to miss out on this tour, so I toughen up, put some makeup on and a hat so you don't see the real, Scarface look that I probably would have showed up with. But let's go on with the tour so I can show you how beautiful and exquisite this home is. Let's go. Wow, this is like a 15-foot pivot door with just plenty of natural light. On both sides, you'll see natural light coming in, drowning the interior space. And I love what they did with the black frame, because throughout the house, it's more neutral, light gray, and earthy tone, but having the framed windows and some of the black accent touches, it creates dimension for the house and gives you that very strong first impression. And you see through the backyard as you enter, so there's really no mystery to, oh my God, how far is this lot, or how far does it go? What kind of view does this home have? You almost get that one shot and seeing, all right, this is what I'm about to go in on. They do have dimension on this property though. I like that it's kind of a split level. So from the entrance, you come down to the main living area that's connected with the kitchen. The main living area certainly is the highlight of this property because of its high ceiling, because of its view, and the stacking, or actually pocket doors, that is controlled by the electrical panel there, so you don't have to pinch a finger while you try and open up these pocket doors. But check out this high ceiling. This is at least 30-foot high ceiling with this amazing chandelier. And the key here is having to complement this home and the specific features with the type of chandelier they selected. Blue Heron does have an interior design division that can help you put your vision together and really represent the vision or the abstract that you have on your dream home. They'll really be able to translate that into an actual interior space for you. And this is a perfect example for that.
Right, and I can see again the Picasso windows going on here. I think it's just stunning. It's very unique. It's not your typical just big window or just rectangular windows.
Right.
It's a little bit of a mix-match puzzle,
right,
and it just works really well with the property.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Coming to the kitchen area, I do see the very common waterfall edge on most kitchen in this price point. Now, I do feel there is some opportunity to create additional features within this island. For example, there's extra space here, and remember we just saw recently a Blue Heron home that had a drop-down island here in the center to complement the view that comes with the home. Now, regardless of the view in this particular case, I do feel having an additional seating area to host, while everyone is likely going to gather here when you have a family and friends over to entertain, will be a really nice touch. And the beauty of custom homes is you get to build it the way you want it. And if you do find that this is the home for you, you can have their team and come build additional add-ons to the island for you if that's something you choose to have.
Right, I think it's very trendy now that they do the double island or even a third island like we saw in the previous video. Some people think it's too much. I don't need 2 islands, I don't need 3 islands to pick up after the kids or after my friends or after my husband, because if you have a husband like mine, you drop the keys here, you leave the jacket there, the socks over there. So maybe for some people, the less, the better. So I think one island works really well here in this property. But you can, like Jonathan mentioned, you can always customize it to your liking or to your needs.
Yep, certainly. and you see the difference in countertop finishes. It's a continuous trend that you'll start seeing. And I know Blue Heron tends to be the trendsetter and have very unique visions, and I can't wait to see kind of how this progresses. You have your 48-inch 6-top burner and a skillet in the center, as well as a matching hood. I like what they do. I like how everything is clean. It's not a lot of gadgets. It's not a lot of different colors with the red knobs and all the fancy stuff. It's just about simplicity and practicality. That's what this home reminds me of.
Another thing that I noticed that the hood is actually hidden here. In most of the homes, they make the hood to be the centerpiece of your kitchen, but some people don't like that. So again, you can customize that as well. But I think here, like Jonathan was mentioning, it works so well because it's hidden, it's subtle, and it's just beautiful. It works really well with the property.
So did you see that there's no refrigerator in this kitchen? Well, guess again, it's actually this right here. And check this out. It can automatically open and close in case you accidentally leave it unclosed and all your food is spoiled inside. But that's practicality thinking right there. You obviously will expect to have a prep kitchen, a butler pantry. This is no exception here. They do have linear windows, allow more natural light and somewhat of a view as you're working on stuff here. I can see when you're hosting, or especially if you're doing, for example, a big party where there's catering, and instead of bringing the food out, maybe they can present the food here and people can mingle, and when they are ready to grab their plate, they'll be able to walk through this prep kitchen and grab whatever they need and continue on into the main dining area. So I thought this was a pretty brilliant setup.
Kind of like a buffet bar, right?
Yeah.
When you're in the house, you put all your plates out and everything, and then people can't find a place to sit because the entire counter is used, right?
This is a
so
good
this is like your
alternative.
buffet line. It works really well. I love that.
Now the main dining area will be right through the butler pantry. Now obviously you're gonna ask, the lighting being less bright as usual, A, because this is an interior courtyard, you don't have direct sunlight exposure, and B, that's the only side where the lighting will come in. Now pay attention to right above the formal dining table there is a space for a very unique, selective chandelier for you. So you get to choose, what would you put here? What do you see will be a good fit for this home in this formal dining as a chandelier here to bring in that extra lighting, right? And then you do have a dry bar just across from me for you to set up your typical drink station, coffee station, or anything that you want as an auxiliary space for you. But that's it. You lead into the courtyard area with these double wide doors, and let's open it. Let's see what it's like.
Very easy to open. Most of the time I struggle, they're heavy. These are very user-friendly.
So looking up with the Oculus feature, obviously that centerpiece of the home, again, I'm gonna mention right now it's midday, right? So you see the light actually is right in the center of this courtyard. But as the day progresses, the light will start moving towards this seating area and just create this living thing that every day you get to experience. I think that's quite nice. Sometimes you want to be in a shade, sometimes you want to get sunlight. Behind us is the office. You can utilize it as an ensuite if you want, because you do have a private entrance from the courtyard. But right now it's currently being used as an office, and it's just additional space for you to be creative with what you need. We're back in the living room space, and just this view itself, I see various elements. Kind of reminds me of the saying earth, wind, and fire.
Right.
Right, you have this travertine style tile that creates the lines. It's almost like wind blowing through the canyon. And then you have the black line dividing the fireplace that's almost creating that onyx, that stone, that strong vibe, and then down to a linear fireplace and the under lighting for the steps up. So it's just a lot of elements that reminds me of how Blue Heron values organic, earth tone, creating that, living on this planet it's about embracing what we have as a natural resource.
And I think the color scheme that they chose, the lines, right? It reminds me like a mountain on the layers of the earth. When I first saw this home, I thought this was actually tile, and I thought how unique they have this kind of like mosaic tile.
Mosaic tiles.
Right, on the floor, but it's a rough.
Carpet, yeah.
So very smart, very user-friendly, right?
Yeah,
And
how a little different material
Yeah.
could transform the living space.
Right.
And it's not permanent. It's something you can change if you don't like it or you want something different.
Right. So this home is 6-bedroom, 8-bath, and a little bit under 7,000 square foot. Some people say, why so many bathrooms? 8 bedrooms, I don't need that many. You actually do, because if you count like we have 6 bedrooms, each of them need a bathroom, and then you have 2 extra ones for the leisure, right?
Yep, when you have additional square footage, such as a 7,000 square foot home, the additional bathroom is required because you just don't want to travel so far to get to the nearest bathroom, especially
Correct.
if this type of home is likely going to be something you'll be using to entertain or host. So that is set, almost a standard for luxury homes in this square footage. Now, the
Correct.
first place we land in when we try to access the primary bedroom is the primary bath. Now, it's a little odd. Even our camera guy was trying to find the bathroom first, and he went all the way into the bedroom towards the end and was like, I can't find the bathroom. So as we enter the primary bathroom, I noticed the shower is right in the center of the bathroom. It's surrounded by glass, completely sealed off with 2 shower heads. Now, this bathroom also has its own balcony, which is really nice. When Blue Heron have their design in mind, they always try to tie in the outdoor to the indoor. So this is no exception here. What I would love to see is potentially having an outdoor shower to create a little bit of natural shade, maybe a palapa here, and then having a custom outdoor shower built here, or even a tub. What would you prefer? Would you like an outdoor tub or an outdoor shower? Let
both.
me know.
Yeah.
So behind us also has the primary closet, which I'll show you later because it has a unique access point to get out of the primary bedroom. Now, as we enter the primary bedroom, the first thing I notice is its access to the backyard where they have the above ground infinity edge jacuzzi. I mean, that sounds like a good way to unwind and end your day by going straight into the jacuzzi and then straight back into the primary bedroom and get ready for bed. But what I think is unique this time is they don't have a fireplace in this primary bedroom. And you know why? My guess is Blue Heron's hearing some of the feedback from their clients. And while we're in Las Vegas, on a day like today, it's 112 degrees out. What are the chances that you'll be using a fireplace in a primary bedroom, right? So that's my belief, is that they do, because of the ability to customize and that they are so customer centric, that they are listening and responding with updated designs, no more standard stuff, right? It's just about, all right, what are our clients looking for? What's more practical? Do we really need multiple fireplaces in the desert of Las Vegas?
Another thing that I love when they do the wet bar in the master, in the primary bedroom, it's that you can actually do your coffee machine here. You don't have to wake up and be like dragging it to get to that kitchen. So many steps to go make a cup of coffee. So very convenient if you just want to make your coffee, lay down a little bit, enjoy your view. This is awesome. This is perfect. One thing that I'm concerned, do they have actually curtains here? Because it will get sunny here, right?
Yeah, and plus you want privacy. So I believe they built this in as a space for you to put your electric blinds on. So it even has outlet, I believe. I can see it in the corner there, so that you can actually put your electric shades here, and having it not showing and not hot, it's kind of perfectly hidden. So they dropped down the ceiling and created a little pocket there for you to do that. Yet again, one of those Blue Heron touches that, most builders probably don't think about. Wow. Yeah, this infinity edge that's draining into the ground, I think this is so cool. Having that, it's almost like a floating piece of art.
Beautiful.
I want to jump in it right now. I bet the water's nice and cold. Yeah, there you go. It's a plunge pool, not a jacuzzi. The view you're getting is essentially privacy. You're exchanging privacy for view because now you're surrounded by natural landscape and you don't have any concerns of people peeking into your house or your backyard. And of course, you have neighbors next to you, but you have options to create a green wall, build your landscape out to a point where you have full privacy. But again, the value of this particular lot is the privacy and the natural landscape that you get. So I'm taking the second access point from the primary bathroom out of the primary bedroom through the primary closet. Now, this is obviously a spectacular walk-in closet, but I love to mention just the practicality and the pragmatic thinking behind this design. Every time you come into your primary bedroom, more than likely you're either unwinding or looking to change out of something and freshen up. So first place, either your closet or your bathroom before you get into the final place, the bedroom area, to lay down or call it a day. But having the connection between the laundry space and the primary closet just makes sense, right? Instead of having an additional washer dryer in the primary closet like most of the older luxury homes would, why not just design it where the primary closet ends right where the closet, the laundry room begins, and having it connected so that you have that usability to access the laundry area if you ever need to. That is actually efficiency-driven thinking. So as we enter into the garage, there are a total of 5-car garage here. There's 2 on that side, 2 here, and then 1 more in this corner. So you can store all your toys in here. So there are multiple dimensions in this backyard. You have your elevated platform right connecting to the primary bedroom right where the jacuzzi is. And then you have this almost lap pool-like main pool area that's slightly lower. Right. And the PebbleTech finish and the dark kind of framing really pops, right? And this pool size, how big is this pool? Do you know?
I was just going to say, because I know with the rules and regulations now here in Nevada, you cannot really build a really big pool. And
600 square feet is max.
That's the max?
Yep.
Yeah, but
and
I think
this pool is bigger than that for sure.
Definitely.
Yep. Blue Heron must have got the permit to build this prior to the regulation came in place. The regulation is a water conservation effort to make sure that, there's not too much exposed water that's going to just evaporate. It's just an effort that our county is doing. And this pool is clearly one of the last ones that have the extra, square footage that you probably can't duplicate today in a brand new home.
And I think even though this is the largest pool maybe ever built in Nevada because of those regulations, they were very mindful with the landscape. As you can tell, it's all desert landscape and very well thought out through the entire property. Yeah, it's beautiful.
The conservation effort is not lost in just having a big pool, right? There's various different things we can do to continue that effort.
As we're coming upstairs, I feel the transition from the tile to the wood, and it kind of reminds me like a deck, like a fun deck when you have that fun cabin at the lake and you come up.
You can hear the footsteps going up.
Right, and the funny always happens upstairs in those kind of homes, and it happens here as well. Yep. Can you show us around?
This is the fun room, right? You have, obviously the pool table, the full-length bar. Let's check out the bar, because this is obviously going to be the focal point when you have guests coming. They already have all the entertainment stuff laid out for us, and the smoke glass behind us to create that extra space or the illusion of extra space. But it really does work well for a space like this where it's second floor, people come up, they're relaxed, you've already got the chit chat out of the way, and now we're just sitting down and really enjoying ourselves and really being able to relax and connect with the people that you have over the place. The balcony does have an extra space, extra balcony there that you can have extending out of the property. I'll have Yvette show you guys there.
So again, I really feel like the second floor is the fun floor. You have your beautiful wood floors, your bar, your little lounge area, and then you have this nice patio overlooking the mountain. For a nightcap, I think this is just beautiful.
For sure, this is perfect for someone that's really appreciates the details of a home and the practicality. I keep saying this, but it makes sense where you can see yourself pouring your favorite whiskey, right? Like myself here, and bring the glass, walk over to the balcony, and cheers to the city for having another successful and incredible day. So we're gonna transition into this very unique space, but before we do, I wanna highlight the floor to ceiling or almost to ceiling windows here that's framed by the black frame and the Oculus feature that just creates that dramatic effect, right? When you walk up here and you look, you have the view of the city, you have Oculus, you have a celebrity neighbor that I can't tell you who it is, but you'll find out if you buy this house. Let's go. Oh, hey, didn't see you here. Well, now that we're here, this is actually being used as a fitness area, right? And what's really unique is this floor. This is actually a cushioned floor, and it has this finish almost like it's some kind of wallpaper. You know, but I've never seen anything like this, but clearly it's designed and meant for a space like this, which I think it works well. But what else would you use this room for? Because it's ample space. You currently use it as a fitness area, or you can use it as a movie theater maybe, a game room.
An art studio, I think
Art
this
studio.
is a great place for art studio. You have so much natural light. You can get inspired, definitely with that Oculus right here. You can take some air and rethink what you're doing, or maybe change your aqua colors a little bit. I think this will be a great art studio.
Yeah, I can actually see the Allegiant Stadium from here.
Right.
So if you really have some nice set of binoculars, you can see the Raiders game directly from this fitness room. So just behind me is the exterior courtyard where you see in some parts of the video, but here we wanted to highlight there is a casita built into this home. And nowadays buyers are very much conscious of having additional living spaces for whether it's the in-laws, additional family that's visiting, or housekeepers or nannies. And this home does have a casita with a full bath and a walk-in closet. So as we wrap up today's tour, I want to give a special shout out to the listing agent, Carrie Nagao-Chidi and Randy Char from Las Vegas Sotheby's International Realty for showcasing this masterpiece built by Blue Heron.
Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.
再见。
Gracias.